been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
O'Connell now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now Geno on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And it's a smart move to throw it away.
They'll try for the first with Walker. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The Smith throw caught here by Metcalf. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards that time for number 14. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. This is the tight end Fant. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 16-yard line.
To the right side, this is Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Here's Smith. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he attack and he's field and he it's not field goals. Now your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to get them out to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
He'll buy some time right. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. A shotgun snap for Smith. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now here come the Raiders. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Going on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
He's got room to roam. Touchdown Raiders. Devontae Adams, 42 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On second down, here's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Loose inside the 30. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 73 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Davante Adams to the field again. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
They'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. O'Connell to throw on second down.
His throw incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on fourth down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Being chased out left.
Crossing route, and he's got his man. It's Renfro.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
And once again, O'Connell back to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
O'Connell.
That's caught by Myers. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. A gain of 3, second down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Throwing on second down. Here's O'Connell.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. The final shot here before break. Smith. He hits his target. Lockett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've come. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Smith throwing again.
Returning right back to Lockett.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Running left is Walker.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Smith. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Play action. It's Smith.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 3rd and long. It's Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. There's a nice move. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Try to run for it with Jacobs.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 31 yards for Josh Jacobs. And the Raiders take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
O'Connell's throwing for it. Steps away. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine, on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And Smith, this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Geno. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Geno now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Merge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Off the play fake, here's O'Connell. Buying time to his left. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd. That was not an easy one to hold on to.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end. When the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They're on 4th down here. That pass knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And Geno, meanwhile, tossing complete there to Smith and Jigba. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, this will be Dallas. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Geno on 1st down. He finds Smith and Jigba. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. A give for Walker running right. And he is going to lose yardage here.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's second down. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, here's Walker. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Obviously just a gigantic play here. Tied late in the fourth quarter. Getting the block to keep this game level.
Yeah, and Brandon, I know that I should be giving a lot of credit to how it was set up and how they scouted it. Let's just give credit to the player who made the play. He understood the situation.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
DeAndre Carter returning it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd, carry it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. No flags. And there may be a play away from winning the football game. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Well, this one was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it.